Hakan Çalhanoğlu bomb from Liverpool. According to information from Italian sources, Liverpool are about to raid Italian League Serie A for a midfield transfer after Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's injury. The Reds, who faced Crystal Palace in the training camp last month, lost the English national player due to a long injury. Due to injury, the 28-year-old missed the Community Shield victory against Manchester City, which was played at the weekend, 3-1, and the friendly match against Strasbourg. Despite the fact that he finished most of the transfer work early, unfortunate injuries that will change the landscape seem to bring separation. Klopp said that there is no need for a transfer at the moment, but if there is a separation, then we will do it. And now the Anfield team is back on the market for more reinforcements. Sources from Italy suggest that Liverpool are pursuing the Serie A star to replace Oxlade-Chamberlain. Inter's star player Hakan Çalhanoğlu is allegedly targeted during the transfer window this summer and is Jürgen Klopp's favourite. Liverpool is linked to Juventus veteran Adrien Rabiot and Milan sensation Ismail Bennacer, as well as a new attack for the 28-year-old Turkish player, who was once hailed as extraordinary by Stefano Pioli. Unfortunately, his injuries at Oxlade-Chamberlain are now normal and not surprising. Moreover, other midfielders Naby Keita, Jordan Henderson and Thiago have recently succumbed to their own fitness issues. As the likes of rising stars like Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho and Curtis Jones continue to flourish throughout the pre-season, Klopp needs more seasoned and consistent players. Because it is not easy to be challenged in all lanes. Therefore, signing a player of Hakan Çalhanoğlu's caliber to strengthen the midfield will be a sensational transfer move for the Reds, especially given the Turkish star's exceptional versatility. The former Milan Dynamo, who can play all over the midfield and in wide positions close to the offensive line, scored 8 goals and produced 13 assists in 46 games in all lanes last season. He earned 7.53 couch points while making 2.6 key passes per game in Serie A. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who has a close resemblance to famous names such as Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric and Nicolo Barella, would be a perfect transfer for Liverpool. It seems that Liverpool's sporting director Julian is taking tentative steps forward in this controversial transfer quest. Hakan Çalhanoğlu has the quality to mark the unsolved matches of Liverpool. Moreover, the effect of free kicks is at a level that will increase the team's menacing on the goal paths. It can open the unresolved opponents with free kicks against the teams that are close to Liverpool, allowing you to pull the opponent forward and have a more comfortable match. Moreover, his Reds share the key passing role in the midfield with Thiago, sharing the distribution equally, and when the opponents put pressure on Thiago, Hakan can act as a different passing station. No matter how we look at it, it really looks like a perfect transfer. Hakan has the ability to play many different roles in the midfield. For example, he served as the deep playmaker in the national team and was the main factor in the team's attack and increasing the tempo. At Inter, on the other hand, he is in a role that initiates and directs the offensive organization of the team. In addition, the fact that he also plays on the wing makes this transfer very meaningful, as Luis Diaz is almost alone in that region after Sadio Mane's departure and there is no depth. In short, Liverpool will add depth to more than one position with one transfer. Liverpool steps up talks to sign Jude Bellingham. According to the information we received from sources close to the club, Liverpool are very confident about the transfer of Jude Bellingham and have focused on their talks with Borussia Dortmund. An agreement is expected to be reached in the coming weeks. Jude Bellingham's return to England has been talked about for a while. The Reds have always been seen as one of the teams interested in his transfer, but it wasn't considered until next year as Dortmund were determined not to lose him this summer. But close sources revealed that Jürgen Klopp's side is working to reach a deal with Chamberlain and is confident that a deal can be made in the coming weeks. Further negotiations are scheduled for this week and it is alleged that Liverpool could reach an agreement that would allow Bellingham to join the club as early as January 2023. Dortmund has no plans to sell the Englishman this summer. It has already sold Erling Haaland. They tried to persuade Bellingham to stay by offering him a pay raise and signing his younger brother, Joe Bellingham. Bellingham's contract with former Bundesliga champions runs until 2025. And it's currently worth £72 million according to Transfermarkt, but Dortmund will undoubtedly try to raise the price of the player with great potential. We've seen Liverpool sign a year ago, and Naby Keita is a prime example of this tactic. Klopp wants to keep his midfield, and Bellingham is currently one of the best midfielders in world football. Last season, the 19-year-old scored 6 goals and provided 14 assists in 44 appearances for Dortmund. So it's clear to see why the Merseyside team is interested in bringing him to Anfield. His style of play generally allows him to control the tempo of the game, and under the right guidance he could manage Liverpool's midfield for the next 10 years. Also, long-term substitutes are essential for names like Jordan Henderson and Fabinho, and Bellingham is an ideal candidate. There are a number of elite teams interested in signing the Three Lions star. Names like Real Madrid and Manchester United have also shown interest, but Liverpool are apparently on pole. Liverpool does not want to experience the Aurelien Tchouameni case again, and this time they are preparing to strike a blow to Real Madrid by keeping the job tight. Outstanding performance by Thiago Alcantara. Days before the start of the new season, the old brilliant Thiago Alcantara is back. Before the final friendly game against Strasbourg, Liverpool started the season with an exciting game, beating Manchester City 3-1 in the traditional season opener Community Shield. Thiago was, of course, in the middle of Jürgen Klopp's 4-3-3 system, and the Spaniard gave a stunning performance as always in the heart of Liverpool midfield, blasting the ball around him with his usual quality and stance. He was one of the best players on the pitch and reminded once again of what a unique talent he is, not only in the Liverpool squad but in the Premier League. The winter performance in 2022 was only the last in a long and glorious series of shows for the Reds. Moreover, West Ham midfielder Declan Rice recently rated Thiago as one of the best players he has faced in an interview. "When I played against Thiago in the Liverpool game, I learned a big lesson from him. He's a really different midfielder. It was like the ball was on a string. It was like he dictated the pace of the game, and he did it," said Rice. Thiago will be the only player to calm the game in the new season, especially in Premier League games, when things get out of control, which can often be the case, which will be crucial for Liverpool. Thiago is now entering his 3rd season at Liverpool and will want to build on his strong finish last season. Just like in his first season, he suffered last season, but when he came back he was very effective for Klopp. The hope is of course that he will stay in shape throughout the season, but Klopp knew very well when he would replace Thiago last season and when he would play. That's why he kept it alive. At 31, he's not getting any younger. If Rice's adoration is anything to go by, he could have a long-term successor to Thiago, but this transfer isn't going to come cheap at all. West Ham will reportedly only start negotiations if a bid of at least £75 million is made. Regardless, a pre-season will have added a lot to Thiago as he is about to enter his 3rd season at Liverpool. If his performance against Manchester City in Community Shield is anything to consider, this promises to be his best season at Red.